The El Nino Southern Oscillation, or ENSO, has a big influence on Victoria's climate over winter and spring. The Pacific Ocean trade winds blow from an easterly direction, pushing moist air towards Australia. This moist tropical air is a big source of rain across eastern Australia, including Victoria. But ENSO's behaviour can vary from year to year. During La Nina, ENSO chases greater amounts of moist tropical air across Australia. Many La Nina years have seen higher rainfall in Victoria during winter and spring. During El Nino, ENSO changes his mind and drives warm, moist air towards South America instead. El Nino years have often resulted in drier winter and spring periods for Victoria. Each year, climatologists follow ENSO's behaviour, providing us with a potential rainfall outlook for Victoria. So ENSO is definitely an important dog to keep an eye on. This is the Indian Ocean Dipole, also known as Indy. He influences Victoria's rainfall in winter and spring. Indy brings rain to Victoria when the northeastern Indian Ocean increases the amount of moisture it provides to the atmosphere. This moist air is herded across Australia and can deliver significant rainfall into Victoria. When the northeastern Indian Ocean produces less atmospheric moisture, Indy doesn't drive as much rain towards Victoria, and we can end up with a drier winter and spring. Historically, Indy has been a significant source of rain. However, in recent years, Indy has not been chasing moisture down south as often as farmers would like, reducing the average rainfall for Victoria. Indy is closely watched by scientists who make limited predictions on his behaviour before winter and spring arrive. Keeping an eye on Indy's behaviour can provide an indication of the expected rainfall coming from the northwest to Victoria. This is Ridgie, or as scientists like to call him, the subtropical ridge. Ridgie's one of the four major drivers that shapes Victoria's seasonal weather. So let's look at how he does it. As warm air in the tropics continually rises, moves south, then cools and falls, large areas of high pressure are created. These high pressures, in this case Ridgie, are great at blocking rain-bearing fronts. From November to April, Ridgie chases away cold fronts around southern Australia for days or even weeks at a time. Occasionally, cold fronts sneak through, and if they connect with moist air from the tropics, Victoria gets some summer rain. As winter sets in, Ridgie heads north, and the cold fronts find it much easier to reach Victoria and deliver their rain, until Ridgie returns next November. Ridgie does this every year, but in recent decades, he's been getting more effective at chasing away cold fronts from Victoria, explaining a lot of our drier weather. The Bureau of Meteorology has observed that Ridgie's increasing strength is related to the rising global average temperature, but the scientists are continuing to investigate how this climate dog might change his behaviour in the future. Meet Sam. Sam herds cold fronts up from the Southern Ocean, a significant source of rain for southern Victoria. If we take a look at the Southern Ocean, we can see westerly winds circling around Antarctica, throwing out cold fronts of stormy wet weather. The strength and position of these winds is known as the Southern Annular Mode, or SAM. Sam is an unreliable climate dog, often changing his behaviour in a matter of weeks, which can affect Victoria's rainfall. When Sam is tied up, strong winds are pulled in towards Antarctica, and there is a reduction in the number and strength of cold fronts that reach southern Australia. When Sam is let off the leash, the westerly winds move further north, increasing the chance of frontal activity and potential rainfall. Over recent decades, Sam has found himself tied up more often, resulting in less cold fronts and rainfall for some parts of Victoria. Sam's behaviour is complicated, so scientists are in full swing to try to understand how this climate dog might impact on Victoria's weather down the track. This is ENSO, Indy, Ridgie and Sam. They represent 4 climate processes that affect our rainfall variability across Victoria. These 4 sheepdogs love rounding up our rainfall. From a farmer's perspective, when they're behaving, they bring moisture from the oceans and allow it to fall over Victoria as rain, hopefully delivering the right amount at the right time. But they don't always work the way we'd like them to, and can sometimes scatter the mob, effectively chasing rainfall away from Victoria. Over recent decades, some of these dogs have changed their behaviour, contributing to our extended dry spell and the changing weather patterns that many farmers have noticed. While we can't control what these dogs are up to, the Bureau of Meteorology and the Victorian Department of Primary Industries have new and valuable tools that can assist farmers in keeping track of these climate dogs, helping to predict the likelihood of rain over the coming season and manage climate risk.